This is definitely going to be one of the weirdest comparos that I've ever done. But here at Reagan's Rides, we like weird, we like fun. And comparing both of these vehicles is definitely both weird and fun. So let's do this. Hello guys, I'm Reagan and welcome to the weirdest car comparo that you'll ever see. If you're new to my channel, I hope you hit that subscribe button and become part of the Reagan's Rides family. If you're my subscriber already, thank you so much for your support by watching this video. I also hope that you give it a like. Also special thanks to Wheels Incorporated for giving us access to their personal Suzuki Jimny as well as the CS35 Plus demo unit. For your complete car needs, you may head on down to the nearest Wheels Incorporated dealership and you may also contact the person in my description below. Now these two cars belong to two totally different vehicle segments, but they're almost at the same price level, so I thought that anybody who's looking for an SUV or a crossover at this price point may cross-shop between these two vehicles. Or maybe not. Either way, I just thought that this comparo would be quite interesting, hence I'm making it right now. Now the Suzuki Jimny is a hardcore 4x4 SUV, while the Changan CS35 Plus is a front-wheel drive crossover. One has an esteemed heritage, while the other is a relative newcomer. One can take you to anywhere you want to go even if there's no paved roads, while the other can give you superb riding comfort while carrying a week's worth of groceries. This one is ruled by the head, while this one is ruled by the heart. So which of these two cars will prevail? It's time to find out. Turn up. Let's go. The Changan CS35 Plus is the latest subcompact crossover offering from the giant Chinese car maker. It retails for 1,069,000 Philippine pesos. It also has a longer vehicle warranty at 5 years and it's also readily available in all Changan dealerships. Now the Suzuki Jimny retails for 1,175,000 Philippine pesos, which is over 100,000 pesos more expensive than the CS35 Plus. You also get a shorter vehicle warranty at only 3 years. Now, the wait time for this baby is also 8 months at the time of this filming, so depending on your EQ level, that might be a deal breaker for you. So when it comes to the cost of ownership category, the winner is the Changan CS35 Plus. Turn up. Let's go. The CS35 Plus took inspiration from the Volkswagen Tiguan and you can see it in its boxy silhouette as well as the horizontal lines here in the front bumper. It breaks off the boring look by adding some red accents here on the front grille area as well as an LED light show that reminds me of Kit from the hit TV series Knight Rider. It's a pretty regular looking crossover and it would perfectly blend in the highway. The Jimny has that full-blown retro look down in spades. If the CS35 Plus is a boxy crossover, the Jimny is a balikbayan box on wheels. It's a cute and iconic design that has endeared it to legions of Jimny fans worldwide. It doesn't rely on fancy lights or design cues to make it stand out. Instead, it takes full advantage of its heritage by sporting these circular LED headlights here, separate circular turn signals, that iconic Jimny front grille, and even a two-tone roof and body cladding. This is a hardcore 4x4 off-roader and it suffers zero pretensions at all. Now because of this truly iconic design that will really last through the generations, the Suzuki Jimny takes the win for the exterior looks category. Turn up. Let's go. The hardcore 4x4 vibe of the Jimny extends all the way inside the cabin. Don't expect to find soft touch materials inside your Suzuki Jimny because you really won't get any. This cabin is meant for an easy hose down after going through a wet and muddy trail. The seats are also made of fabric, again for that ease of maintenance. Well, to its credit, the hard plastics of the Jimny are all pretty much well made, and it would likely last a very long time, even longer than some of the plastics found in a Toyota's cabin. The CS35 Plus may be a budget subcompact crossover, but there is nothing budget about this interior space. You get leather on the seats, leather on the wheel, leather on the padding where your knee would rest, and also a leather-wrapped center armrest. The Jimny could only dream of having a leather-wrapped center armrest right here. The whole vibe of this cabin is upscale and comfortable, and because of that, the CS35 Plus takes the win for the cabin materials category.
Turn it up. Let's go.
The Suzuki Jimny gets some basic tech features, but not really that much. You have an analog instrument gauge cluster here, and you also have a 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system that has Bluetooth connectivity and Android smartphone mirroring. You do get a reverse camera and also a fully automatic climate control system, but that's just about it. It's pretty much basic and straightforward and expected from an SUV at this price point. Now, let's see how it compares to the CS35 Plus. The CS35 Plus has the same tech features as the Suzuki Jimny and then some. You do get an analog instrument gauge cluster here, but you also have a larger infotainment screen. This is a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system that has both Bluetooth and smartphone mirroring for Apple and Android phones. You also get a reverse camera and also a blind spot camera that should help you with your driving duties. You get an automatic climate control system here and also a hybrid power adjustable driver's seat. But the biggest tech advantage of the CS35 Plus is the fact that it also has a panoramic sunroof, which adds a more premium and upscale feel inside the cabin of your CS35. So because of all of these tech niceties that the CS35 Plus gets, it takes the win for the tech category.
Turn it up. Let's go.
Now, the Suzuki Jimny is a 3-door SUV, so it enters the space category as an underdog. Now, this backseat may look a little bit comfortable, and it is quite comfortable for somebody who's 5'6", but getting in and out of this space is also quite tedious. Now, you also don't get any toys here in the back, which is a little bit of a letdown. The trunk space is also laughable. At only 85 liters of capacity, the only thing that you can fit are a pair of boots. Now, you can free up more space by tumbling down the back seat, but then you'd lose the option of bringing your friends with you if you have some stuff inside your Jimny. Now, you can also install a roof basket up here, but that's already cheating because that's already resorting for an aftermarket option. Now, the CS35 Plus is a crossover that's meant for starting families, and as such, you've got enough space to fit 5 average-sized adults here inside your cabin. You could put 3 adults here at the back, no problemo. Now, you also got some nice toys here at the back. You got a rear AC vent and also a USB charging port right there. The cargo capacity of the CS35 Plus is also pretty sizable. When you pop open the trunk, you'll see that you get a whopping 403 liters of cargo capacity, which isn't really that big for a subcompact crossover, but when you're comparing it to a Suzuki Jimny, well, it might as well be a warehouse. So the mere fact that you've got more cargo capacity, plus you have seating for 5 adults, well, it's quite obvious that the CS35 Plus takes the win for the space category.
Turn it up. Let's go.
The CS35 Plus may look like a boring crossover on the outside, but it manages to give you quite an engaging drive. The 7-speed wet-type dual-clutch transmission may have a lot to do with that. It maximizes the power output from the 1.5-liter turbo petrol engine that the CS35 Plus has. It's also the bigger engine with 156 horses on tap. Now, for your ride quality, it's also quite comfortable and cuddling inside the CS35 Plus, so it's quite easy to think that it's a shoe-in winner for the driving performance category. Or is it? Well, let's head over to the Jimny to find out. Now, the Suzuki Jimny may drive like a truck, may accelerate like a truck, but man, the fun factor that you get from this car, it is something else. It will not give you the best top speed out there or even the best acceleration, and you don't even get the best practicality and space when it comes to, well, your daily driving duties. But that's not what the Suzuki Jimny is all about. This is all about bringing a smile to your face as you go from the road to the dirt trail, to our rough trail, to our river crossing, all the way up to the mountains as you take your family or your kids or maybe your loved one out on a nice camping trip. That is what the Suzuki Jimny is all about. Yes, it may be a little bit of a compromise when it comes to the practicality department or even to the driving dynamics department, but it is still quite a decent daily driver. It handles pretty well for a truck. It also has a good amount of NVH levels inside the cabin for a truck. But overall, guys, when it comes to sheer driving fun factor, I'll have to give the win for the driving category to the Suzuki Jimny All Grip Pro. Oh yeah!
Turn up. Let's go.
The Changan CS35 Plus may have come out as the overall winner in the points category, but that's because the categories were meant more for more practical daily drivers. The Jimny may have the heritage, the iconic looks, and may even be a decent daily driver, but it was competing in an arena that was meant for more practical daily drivers. Take both of these cars out to the rough trails and watch that table turn 180 degrees. These two cars essentially make up the perfect garage for the moneyed bachelor or bachelorette. The CS35 Plus is a perfect daily driver for the weekdays, while the Suzuki Jimny is that perfect weekend warrior when you're going up a mountain trail. It's essentially a case between logic or emotion. My head says CS35 Plus, while my heart says Suzuki Jimny. Head or heart? Heart or head? Why not have both? Best to have both. Thanks for watching.